Football is a crazy game in every sense of the word, but now and then we come across some stats that are as outlandish as Jose Mourinho wanting to play tiki-taka. Okay, so you might want to sit down for this one if you believe that Lionel Messi is your lord and savior. While he is a bona fide legend, the Argentine first won a Player of the Month award in January 2016. To add another layer to this, 17 different players had won the award before Messi got his hands on it. Crazy! It's very difficult for a defensive player to not commit a foul, but the legendary German fullback Philipp Lahm was so good that between September 2014 and October 2015, he didn't concede a single foul. So, don't be too surprised if we tell you that the former Bayern Munich fullback was also never sent off for club or country. Now that's some record. While they may not be the greatest footballing side hailing from Scotland, Dundee United hold a distinction that puts to shame the likes of Celtic and Rangers, and all their relentless grip on the Scottish Football League. Dundee are the only British side that boasts a 100% win record against Barcelona, which is a feat that any team should be proud of. It's 4 games and 4 wins for the Scottish side, and we don't see the Spaniards ending their Scottish voodoo in the foreseeable future. You'd expect your goalkeeper to concentrate on stopping goals, but Rogério Ceni was also quite the goal scorer. He used to be the designated free kick and penalty kick taker for Sao Paulo. In 2005, he scored 21 goals. In total, he found the net 129 times, a feat that some of the best midfielders of our generation would struggle to match. The term "goals win you matches" and "good defense wins you titles" could not be true enough for the AC Milan side of the 1993-94 season. The San Siro Giants won the Scudetto and did that by scoring only 36 goals, which means they barely averaged 1 goal every game. They conceded only 15 goals. To put this into perspective, only Atalanta and Udinese scored fewer goals than AC Milan, and those two sides were relegated. Maybe this is a very underrated way of winning titles. Most goalkeepers, unlike Ceni or Chilavert, focus only on stopping goals, and Paul Robinson was no different, except that he was. The former England international played the game for 20 years, and during his time with Tottenham, Blackburn and Leeds United had 5 assists to his name, which is a record that still stands. However, with the sort of ball-playing keepers we're seeing these days, it's only a matter of time before someone overtakes him. Which team do you think was the first team to reach a European Cup final? Manchester United? Liverpool? Nottingham Forest? The answer is Birmingham. Yes, the same Birmingham side that's been fighting hard from being relegated from the Championship for the last 10 years. Back in the day though, they used to be giants of English football and became the first English team to play in the European Cup. You would think that since the Premier League is a product designed for England, English managers would have had success lifting a couple of trophies. However, that has never happened. Since 1992, when the English top flight was rebranded as the Premier League, not a single English manager has ever lifted the trophy, which is not just a surprising fact, but also offers us a great insight into how horrible the coaching standards might be in England. To think that it's a Scotsman who ruled England for 2 decades. Sheesh! Time to hide with your fish and chips, lads. Okay, so we can never argue the greatness of Thierry Henry. But did you know that although he scored as freely as a dog would crank its leg up next to a pot, Henry never scored a single goal in a final? So, there's an argument that Henry was never really a clutch player when it mattered the most.
What are you looking at me for?
Between 2014 and 2021, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid won La Liga 6 times. During this period, Griezmann managed to play for both sides. You'd think that it would boost his chances of lifting the domestic title, but surprisingly, the Frenchman missed out. There's no doubt that Ryan Giggs is one of the greatest Premier League players of all time, except for when he's not fooling around with his brother's wife. He made 632 appearances for United, the 3rd highest in PL history after Gareth Barry and James Milner. And although he was a mighty player, Giggs is the most substituted player in Premier League history. He was brought back to the bench 134 times. We'll always remember Mario Balotelli for offering us some great memories during his rather brief but very eventful career in the Premier League. He did score a few crucial goals. But did you know that Balotelli only had one assist to his name during his time in England? But it was one for the history books, because this was the pass to Sergio Aguero, which sealed City's first ever Premier League title win.
Balotelli, Aguero!
During the 2014-15 campaign, Leicester City spent 140 days rock bottom in the Premier League. However, they never lost hope and miraculously survived relegation under Claudio Ranieri. They then did the remarkable and went on to win the Premier League in the 2015-16 season. Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Cristiano Ronaldo were always free scorers. They've smashed goals in wherever they've gone, but the fact that these two are the only players who've scored in every single minute of a 90-minute football game is crazy. Since making his professional debut at PSG in 2012, Kingsley Coman has always won the league title wherever he's gone. He lifted the title in France with PSG, then with Juventus, and since then he's been winning for fun in Germany with Bayern Munich. Will this finally be the season Coman's winning streak comes to an end? While his recent sacking at AS Roma was not surprising, given that he normally averages 3 years at one club, Mourinho's sides are always hard to beat at home. One time, Mourinho went 9 years, or 150 games to be precise, without losing a home game. Call that siege mentality. For those of you who are a little older, or have just too much free time looking up players from an era bygone, Niels Lidholm was a legendary attacking midfielder from Sweden. He was a star at AC Milan and considered one of the most gifted players of his time. According to a legend in Italy, it took Lidholm 2 years while playing for Milan to misplace his first ever pass. And when he did miss a pass, the crowd at the San Siro gave him a 5-minute standing ovation. 2 years without a misplaced pass? That's just crazy. While his career is now over, we cannot forget how good Eden Hazard was during his time at Lille and at Chelsea. The Belgian winger won the Player of the Year award 6 times out of 7 years in a row, which pretty much tells us how good Hazard was in his prime. Too bad he was introduced to some killer food once he decided to move to Madrid. They say that no man is an island, but we beg to differ. Virgil van Dijk is one of the reasons why Liverpool are so good at home. They rarely lose in front of the Kop. In fact, Virgil van Dijk has played nearly 100 games at Anfield, and he's lost just once. Wow! Under Jose Mourinho, Stamford Bridge was a fortress. Let alone winning, scoring there was never easy either. In one season, Chelsea conceded just 15 goals in the league. Obviously, they won the title that year. It isn't just Lahm who had a clean record throughout his career. Former England international Gary Lineker had a storied career which also saw him play for Barcelona. One of his highlights was that Lineker never received a yellow card even once in the 647 games he played. Now that's some record. So guys, these were some of the craziest football stats that sound fake but are as true as truth can be. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And before you leave, smash the like and subscribe buttons, turn on your notifications, and watch this next video. Till next time.